Hello everyone, Darnell here. I am going to show you how to use a new feature I just added to the DAM control panel. So the first thing you want to do is use this icon, Control Panel Updater. Run it right quick. Just run it. It's going to take about 30 seconds or less to negotiate the server and to update your DAM control panel software. Wait for a few seconds. By the way, the DAM control software, if you never use it, I don't know how you have it, if you have a system, controls how your ad servers work, including, whether it's dual screen or full screen, and, how often it checks in for updates and the intervals for ads and all that kind of good stuff. You can see those in other videos. So what I'm going to talk about today is the playlist. I just added this new feature, and you'll only get this new feature if you run, of course, that icon right there, Control Panel Updater. So let's assume that you have. I'm going to show you what that's for. And before I even get into that, let me explain to you why I added this feature. Now, normally, the DAM ad system or ad servers or billboard systems run in a popcorn fashion for ads. Basically, you put ads into a bucket. The systems negotiate the ads that it's associated with. Let's say it's, in this case, I'm going to be number 5. Okay, so it's going to look on the server for its number 5 bucket. It's going to look at those ads, shake and stir them up, and then grab them like one of a piece of popcorn and show that ad for whatever interval in seconds that you have set, up to 15, I think from 5 to 15 seconds, and then go on to the next one that it randomly goes in and picks up. The only thing different is the fact if you put ads in there that have a timed feature. For instance, there are some ads that, and I'll bring up the website to show you. There's some ads, let me go here, which have image tags to them, so we call them tagged images. Instead of it just being just a JPEG image, if it has these prefixes on them, like in this case V underscore, well, that image that you put up is going to bring up a video. In this case, the V underscore bring up a YouTube video, and the format looks something like this. If it's an H underscore, then it's going to bring up an ad based on its time and date that was set for that YouTube video. That's what the H is for. What an L underscore is same time and date, but it's going to pull up an ad that's sitting in a text file with this name. And I'll show you in other videos, and I have some on there, how to set those up. Same as with the VM for Vimeo. It'll randomly pick up one of those. These are the random types. The VS, which is, again, a image that pulls a file that has its URL for some long, stream link. Now, and also, if it's a video that is a link to a streaming video, then it might not ever quit. Okay, what this time is for is to try to push it to make it quit. So you gotta be careful with that. The new one I added, which was PL, which is a playlist, which is basically once it finds this, it's going to play the URLs, whether they be video or images or whatever, in series right behind each other, okay, from top to bottom. And that's what I'm here to show you today, because that's something I just added to the system. So let me go back to the software and show you how that works. Notice if you have the latest version or higher than the 4.99, you'll have a new link that says playlist. So we click that. And here we can go ahead and either create a playlist for the DAM systems or open one and add to it and create another one over it or right over top of it or whatever. So let's go ahead and first let's look at one already created. So I'm going to go here and go to Open Playlist. I have a place where I have a bunch of playlists. Actually, just a few playlists now of other systems that are like for DAM server. I mean, become TV mode or the Billboard TV mode, which once it finds one of those, it just sticks into it. That's what that S_1 is. Once you load one of those, it doesn't jump off. It just runs forever in that mode, and then you're basically changing your ads on the right side. We'll get into that a little later or in another video. So I'm going to load in a sample playlist. I have one here called Sample Play L because I only made it for 11 characters, which now you can make it for longer. Open that, and notice it brings in a list of URLs. You can test these URLs by just clicking on one and pressing play, or you can double click it and it basically puts it in and presses play for you. There it is right there. It's probably some video I created, some dumb thing. And all right, we can let's take a look at this. Stop, I don't want to hear my voice. We can go to the next one, double click it. Let's say we were done. And notice these are YouTube ones, but here's a Vimeo one. Click that one. Let's see, that's some music video. Okay. So what I made this for is there's a system out there called Loop, and one of the entrepreneurs like yourself asked me, could our system do what the Loop system does? Now let me tell you why that's so important. That the Loop system is a pretty good system to copy. So I added that feature into this one so we can do that also. But what it does is this. This is how the business model works. The business model works in the fact that when you go to a location, instead of saying something like, hey, I'd like to use your location, we can put ads in here, you can make a little money off of the ads like I do, sharing the profit, or I can put your stuff on here, or I can pay you for rent, or whatever, how you want to do it. The Loop model is different. It works in reverse. So what it allows you to do is now go into a host location and say, look, I'd like to put this system in here to give you custom entertainment for your location. Here's a good example. Let's say they have a restaurant and they want music for their clients. Or let's say it's even a barbershop or something. They want music videos or whatever for their location. And they want a specific type. Well, in that case, you can put the system in. You can create custom playlists of their type of music and put it in the system and basically charge them all of a sudden the other direction for providing them with entertainment for their clientele that doesn't require ASCAP or BMI payments. Because guess what? This stuff is coming from a public channel like YouTube or Vimeo that's already paying ASCAP or BMI to begin with. Okay? So we just hub off of those systems that are already in place. Now, instead of just being that, you can also include not just a playlist. You add these playlists to a system along with your random ads that work around the system. The only thing is when it pulls one of these playlists in, it's going to stick to that playlist and just run through the items in the playlist one at a time. Now, in future updates, I might make it such that it'll run through the playlist, and after each piece in the playlist, it might jump out and play a couple ads and come back to the playlist. I'm thinking about doing that, trying to figure out how I can write the code for that to make it stable. Okay, so that might be a feature. All right. So that's the other model where you actually charge the people on location to give them advertisement, in the genre of what they want. And remember, it doesn't have to be just music. It could be at a doctor's office and all it shows are doctor videos of certain things. Like let's say it's a dentist office. And it could just be a series of videos that are showing things about the dentistry or the dentist industry, and so on and so forth. It could be a food thing. I mean, whatever it is, you make it up because you can create your own playlist. You can find those videos, or you can get videos that they've created and put in a playlist and let them run. So, I mean, the options are pretty unlimited, because you can customize the things yourself. So with that, let's show you how it works. So I've already opened one of the playlists, and you can see it here, and notice that it brings a list like I showed you. You can click on the ones and show them. Or you can also go in here and click on one. Let's say you want the Vimeo one, which is at the end, to be at the top. So you can hit this button with the U, which means up. We can move it to the top. Or if you want it from the top to the bottom or in the middle, you can hit the D, which stands for down, while it's highlighted, and move it somewhere else or move it all the way to the bottom. Okay? Once you have that like that, then you can go ahead and save the playlist. We're not going to save it because it already exists. So let's say we want to create a new playlist. All right, so we can go ahead here, and I'm just going to delete these. That's what the DEL stands for, by the way. So you have play, which plays whatever here. You have stop, which stops whatever is playing. Clear, which clears out, what's in the content URL box. And you have add, which will take whatever's in the content URL box and stick it into the list of URLs. And then, of course, the add and delete. If they're highlighted, you can remove them out of there. So let's go ahead and remove that one, the last one. And we go ahead and create our own playlist. So we'll do that first by finding a place that has stuff that we want to display. It could be from Vimeo, YouTube, wherever. Well, I already have YouTube up here anyway. So let's go ahead and look at one. And I like this girl here. She really, really plays this violin good. So let's say I'm going to make a playlist with her in it. That's her video. I'm going to go ahead and highlight this YouTube URL right here, the whole thing, copy it, go back to my creator, add that to the playlist. Make sure it works, because some videos are not designed to be shared. They're designed only to play from YouTube URL itself. But let's test it first. That's why I allow you to play it. See if it works. Okay, it does. Turn the sound on. Stop it. Let's go find something else. Let's say we want, let's see. You got to watch YouTube, man. You may find something that's very disrespectful. So let's find something else. Matter of fact, let's just get another one of hers.
With MailChimp, you can create.
Stop that. We still take the URL, because the URL is the URL. It's commercials jumping over it. My system rips the commercials out. So let's go ahead and paste that in, play it again, test it. Now, if it doesn't play within a few seconds, it's probably set to be private. So we don't want this one. Notice, that one will not play. All right, let's go ahead and clear it out just in case it wrote over something. Play it again. And nope, see, it doesn't play. So we can't use that one. And you'll find lots of them like this. Okay, let's go back and let's look at more of her stuff. Let's see. There's another one right here. All right, see if that one's like that way. So go ahead and take the URL, clear it out, play that one, see if it works. Oh, see, that one works. Okay. So if you like the way that works, stop it. Now we can go get other stuff from other places. Let's see if we can get something from Vimeo. Let's see, Vimeo videos. It's hard to find their videos. You almost have to oh, there we go, explore. There you go. Nope, that one ain't even it. So if you go to the website, it's hard to find their videos. Let's see here. So I go to Vimeo, and see, it tries to sell you stuff. So, but I know they have tons of videos. Let's see if I can find video library. Is that it? Watch. There we go. Now we can get to their videos that are on the system. All right, so let's find a video of some sort. Here's something. Okay, so we can see this video. I'm not going to log into it. There's some video. Let's go ahead and pause it. Let's see that URL up there. Let's highlight that one. It's going to get the HTTP stuff. Go back here. Make sure we clear that out. Paste it in. Play it. If it works, we can use it. And there you go. Okay. I don't know what it's about. You all forgot to watch that because it could be something naughty. You don't want to
It gets so mad long.
Watch everything before you put it in place.
Where you coming from?
So if we like it, you can go ahead and say add it. So now notice there's YouTube and Vimeo stuff in there. Let's stop that. Go find some more stuff. All right, let's see if we can find. You do have a search button here somewhere, I think. I don't use them too much. Okay, here we go. So let's find a cartoon. Cartoons. I used to say cartoons are great and always not a trouble. It's now these cartoons are really, some of them are X-rated, so you gotta watch that. All right, so let's say we like this cartoon right here. He looks cute. Okay. Pause that. If not, we just highlight that URL. Go back over here. Make sure that's cleared out. Paste it. Play it. If it works, you can use it. Stop it. Or we can still play it, whatever. But as long as the URL is there, we can add it to the system. So now that we've created a list, we can go ahead and either move these around by clicking on one and moving it up, or clicking on one and moving it down, however way you want to do it, or clicking on something and deleting it and starting over, whatever. Once you're done with this, you can go ahead and save it. All right, we just want to put in some name. We'll say, how about test PL play 2 or something. Save it. Now, these boxes come up to let you know that to make a playlist work with the damn system, you need not only the playlist in a text file, but you also need an image that calls that playlist. Because remember, DAM uses images to put into the system, and those images have codes inside the images that will pull YouTube videos or videos of sorts, live streams or whatever, if there's dynamic data connected to that image. So let's go ahead and say OK, and it's telling you this is the name that you need to create your image with. So pl_testplay2.jpg. So you have to go find an image and go ahead and create that name for that image, which will be the parasite or link to that other text file. Once you get that, you go back to your own system. Let's say I'm using my system in case. And what I already did one here already. I uploaded the image that was named pl_samplePlayL. That's what I named it, .jpg. And the text file to go with it, which was called sampleplayl.txt. So whenever the system sees this playlist, it's going to reference what's in that text file. So remember, you need 2 pieces of information to make those work. There are multiple tag image type ads that require 2 pieces of information. You go to the website at digitaladvertisingmedia.com, and under details of video tagged images or ads, you'll see there's multiple types. There's V_, which doesn't require any additional file because it has the URL right there in the file name to pull YouTube. So that one's strictly made for YouTube. And that's a random video. These, the H and the L's, the H will pull a YouTube video at a very specific day and time and run it for a very specific time and period. The L, on the other hand, let me back up. Even H, also, if you don't put a date in, it is run every day at that specific time. Great for a live stream thing or something. The L now is designed for not only YouTube, but for everything. So L is for live streaming, basically, but you can pull in at a very specific day, hour, and time for so much time, whatever is in this text file. Now, it doesn't have to be 11 characters anymore. I just upgraded that this weekend to make the name longer. You can put anything you want, but just don't use spaces. If you want to put a space in something, use an underscore because it understands that. Don't use like quotes and spaces and percent signs and all that kind of stuff, because those are control characters, when you're working with code. Again, there's another one for VM. VM is for Vimeo. So that's a random image. VS is another one of those random images that can pull from a file. So this image, this VS underscore, is going to look for a text file named whatever that is. In this case, file name 001. And it doesn't have to be 11 characters anymore. Again, it can be longer. I added that this weekend again to all of these. We're working on the PL. PL stands for playlist. And of course, it's going to play that image named PL underscore whatever the file name is, .jpg, is going to look for that file with all those lists of URLs in it and play those when it comes to it. The S underscore is built sort of for billboard TV mode. So when it encounters one of these, it's going to assume it's going to be a live streaming channel and just stay there and never get off. So in this case, once it receives one of these, you're going to do a lot of ads on the side instead of in the middle, because that middle is never going to change. It's going to stay like a TV on a specific channel until you somehow override that by either using your damn control panel to reset it and delete it first out of there and reset it. That way when it comes back, it won't find it anymore. Or you have one of these programmed images in, like these L or H's, that in a specific time will overtake the system and run whatever's inside that system. Okay, so let me go back here. So that's how a playlist works, and you can use it however way you want. It's just another added feature to the damn billboard ad system. If you have any trouble, just give me a holler. You can either text me, phone me, or email me. I'm always around. You can call me. I do work in the daytime from 9 to 3 or so, so I might not get that, but anytime up to 10 o'clock after 3, I'm pretty available. All right, and that's about it, and I'll see you next time.